let's pull her up here. This is my second NFL mock draft and the final and official one. The graphic will be coming out later this week and everything. I don't do trades, so if there's any other trades that happen between the time this podcast airs, this whole thing's going to be blown up. But here we go. A lot of changes from a couple weeks ago. I didn't know how much it would change, but a lot of changes, including my number 1 overall pick. I had the Carolina Panthers taking C.J. Stroud last time. I have him taking Bryce Young, quarterback from Alabama, this year. So I think I'll be shocked if he's not number 1 overall. Number 2, Houston Texans. I'm ignoring all the smoke screens. I'm ignoring everything out there right now. I think they take, if they're smart, C.J. Stroud, quarterback from Ohio State. But if he falls, or if other teams can trade up, maybe he goes somewhere else.
There's a reason why Houston's been so bad for pretty much their entire existence.
Yep. So, number 3, Arizona Cardinals. Once again, I have them staying put because I don't do trades. I did not change this pick. I have them taken Will Anderson, edge rusher from Alabama.
Smart, especially with J.J. Watt retiring.
Right. If he doesn't go 3, he's not going to fall very far. Number 4, the Indianapolis Colts. I think they have to go quarterback in this spot. Maybe they trade up and get who they really want. But I think they go Anthony Richardson, quarterback from Florida. The most athletic quarterback in the draft. But I don't know. He seems a little raw to me.
Yeah,
so.
The lack of production is really concerning.
Yep. So, but I think he's the better pick than Will Levis, in my opinion. So, number 5, Seattle Seahawks. I have them going defense, getting edge rusher Tyree Wilson from Texas Tech. I think I had him going in the top 10, but not quite the top 5 in my last one. But he keeps rising up the boards in all the experts mock drafts. So, Texas Tech, every once in a while, they just produce a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
On offense and defense. Number 6, I know you'll like this one, the Detroit Lions. I have them taking Devin Witherspoon, cornerback from Illinois. I had him going 14th to the Patriots a couple weeks ago. Kind of wanted to leave them there just to aggravate you, but I think he's too good. There's too many teams that need defensive back help before the Patriots pick up 14. I think he'd be perfect for the Lions. They got rid of Jeff Okudah to the Falcons just a couple weeks ago. Yeah. I think he fills that void.
I've seen like 90% of mock drafts have had Witherspoon to the Lions at 6.
Yeah.
So
almost, it's one of those spots might be too good to be true. But we'll see. Another team that needs defensive back help, Las Vegas Raiders at 7. I have them getting Christian Gonzalez, cornerback from Oregon.
Their first round picks, like the last 5 years, have been miserably bad, like the worst ever.
Well, it's a Davis making draft picks. So Al used to go for speed. Mark, who knows what he goes for. But I've seen Christian also be mocked clear down in the 20s and some too. So we'll see there. I mean, the Raiders could potentially be a spot for a quarterback. I mean, they do have Jimmy G now, but we'll see. Number 8, Atlanta Falcons. I'm not too confident in this one. I think this is a reach. I don't think this guy's going to go this high, but I left him in there. That's Lucas Van Ness, edge rusher from Iowa. I think he's definitely a first rounder, but he's probably more borderline 20 or so. Maybe not 8. But
Daniel Jeremiah had him, I think, at his 14th best player in the draft. So it's not too far off.
I mean, the Falcons need rush help, defensive rush help. So taking a flyer there, we'll see. Number 9, Chicago Bears. I had them going offensive line in my first one, taking the hometown kid from Northwestern. Have them going defense, though, this time. I have Jalen Carter falling down, the defensive tackle from Georgia, falling down to 9. At one time, he was mocked to be the number 1 pick in the draft.
Yeah. I've seen, at least around here, a lot of talk's been around Carter potentially falling to 9, and Bears fans are 50-50 because it sounds like Carter's a guy that doesn't really love football that much, so could be a boomer bust type.
Yeah, yep. We will see. We will see there. I think a lot of Bears fans are hopeful that he'll fall that far. But number 10, Philadelphia Eagles. I have them taking running back Bijan Robinson from Texas.
Yeah.
He's been linked there. They were one of the few teams that brought him in for a top 30 interview. A 10 might be a little stretch. I mean, they could maybe try to get him at 30, but
I've seen talk
that
just
say that he's there.
The moment he steps onto an NFL field for the first time, he's a top 10 running back in the league already. Yeah.
He's pretty good every time I watch Texas, but that's a big take there. Number 11, Tennessee Titans. They could definitely go quarterback. I could see them getting the replacement for
Yes.
Ryan Tannehill because I think they're going to give up on Malik Willis
I
already.
think they're hoping CJ Stroud falls to 11. They're probably the team
I
spreading
just
the
don't
rumors.
see that though, but I could be wrong. I don't think he gets past the Colts if he falls to
Shouldn't.
4.
Yeah.
But I have the Titans actually getting Tannehill some pass protection and Peter Skoronski, offensive lineman from Northwestern. Number 12, Houston Texans. I got him getting C.J. Stroud's buddy, getting him some wide receiver help there with another guy from the Ohio State, Jackson Smith Enigwa.
Yep.
Number 13, the Green Bay Packers. Now, they were 15th. Now they're 13th with that trade with the Jets. They could get Jordan Love, presuming Jordan Love's going to be their quarterback. They could get him some wide receiver help, but I have them doing what the Packers do, not getting their quarterback's wide receiver help. I have them getting some pass protection because they're going to need to protect the guy now in Osiris Torrance, offensive lineman from Florida.
How hilarious would it be, though, if this is the year they take a wide receiver?
And maybe they do just to make Aaron Rodgers mad. Which I forgot to mention this. My dad texted me a few minutes ago. He's rooting for an all New York Super Bowl now. Danny Dimes versus Aaron Rodgers.
Giants are going to go 6-11 next year, and it's going to be the funniest thing ever. It's going to be the greatest thing ever.
Book it?
Book it.
All right. Number 14, New England Patriots. I have them getting some offensive line help from Mac Jones and Broderick Jones, offensive tackle from Georgia. This isn't going to happen. I have like 4 offensive linemen going consecutively in a row, but that's just how the cookie crumbled for me here. Number 15, New York Jets. I have them getting Rodgers some pass protection help. Paris Johnson Jr., offensive tackle from Ohio State. They could go wide receiver as well to try to get him some weapons, or tight end maybe. And number 16, the Washington Commanders. This was a tough one. I don't really know what they need and don't need. I feel like they need a little bit of everything. But I have them getting offensive tackle from Tennessee, Darnell Wright. Number 17, Pittsburgh Steelers. I have them getting the same guy I did in the first mock draft. That's Joey Porter Jr., cornerback from Penn State. I just think if he's there, he makes too much sense for him. Maybe I like the story, but I know their fan base would like that. Number 18, if he falls here, the Lions are having the best draft, in my opinion, of anybody in the first round. That's Nolan Smith, edge rusher from Georgia. I mean, if they can get Devin Witherspoon and Nolan Smith in the first round,
Yeah.
doing something right there. And for a team that was darn near a playoff team last year. Number 19, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is where I think Will Levis goes. I think Baker Mayfield's just a bridge gap quarterback. I think Levis goes here. If he doesn't go here, I could see him sliding out of the first round.
Yeah.
Number 20, Seattle Seahawks. I have them getting also boosting their defense up again, with getting some interior D-line help with Brian Breesy, defensive tackle from Clemson. 21, Los Angeles Chargers. I have them getting another weapon for Justin Herbert. Herbert's best year was when he had, Hunter Henry. I couldn't think of his name. Hunter Henry there and healthy. So I think they get the best tight end in the draft class, according to a lot of the experts. Dalton Kincaid from Utah. I think I had him going to the Cowboys at 26 in my first one. 22, Baltimore Ravens. I have them getting Lamar some wide receiver help. I mean, they just did that, getting Odell Beckham Jr. if Odell Beckham Jr. is focused and not a locker room disturbance. But I have them getting Zay Flowers, wide receiver from Boston College.
Yeah.
So East Coast guys staying out there.
Yeah,
23.
Flowers is getting a lot of buzz right now, too, and could go maybe in that top 15 as well.
Yep. Yeah, he is. There's a lot of wide receivers in the back 20s here in my mock that I think could go above. And I left, in the spoiler, Hyatt out. Tennessee Volunteer. I can't remember his first name. His last name's Hyatt. He's starting to get a lot of buzz to creep into the first round, too, as a speedster. Number 23, Minnesota Vikings. I have him taking arguably the best defensive lineman best interior defensive lineman in the draft from Pittsburgh. This is a guy I did not have in my last mock draft, but all the experts are raving about him now, and they're the ones who are calling him the best interior defensive lineman, or potentially the best interior defensive lineman. That's Kalaja Kancey from Pittsburgh. Hope I pronounced that right. 24, Jacksonville Jaguars. A lot of people had him trading out of this spot. I left him in, of course. I have him taking Brian Branch, safety from Alabama. He can also play corner, they said, in the next level if he needs to. 25, New York Giants. I have them getting Danny Dimes, a target, and Jordan Addison, wide receiver from USC. 26, Dallas Cowboys. I have them getting a linebacker. I just always feel like the Cowboys are targets for linebackers. Have them getting Trenton Simpson, linebacker from Clemson. 27, the Buffalo Bills. I think Josh Allen could use another target. I have them taking Quentin Johnston, wide receiver from TCU.
I wonder if Stephon Diggs is too happy there. He should be very happy, but did not look like they were getting along too well against the Bengals, and some stuff's been said this offseason.
Right. It never hurts to have a good depth of wide receivers there. And the Bills, I don't know what else they really need.
Yeah.
28, the Cincinnati Bengals. They love their tight ends, especially from Notre Dame. I got them getting one, Michael Mayer.
Good pick.
Yeah, he's got to be good at the next level. 29, New Orleans Saints. I have them getting the edge rush help from Clemson, Miles Murphy. So I have 3 Clemson Tigers going in the first round, even though they weren't what they should have been this year. 30, Philadelphia Eagles. I have them getting some defensive back help in Emmanuel Forbes, cornerback from Mississippi State. And lastly, since the Dolphins, Stephen Ross gave up their pick. 31st, the defending Super Bowl champs. I want to puke saying that. Kansas City Chiefs. I have them getting some offensive line help for Patrick Mahomes there. And Anton Harrison, offensive tackle from Oklahoma. So there you have it.